Let's talk about the Shakur Stevenson fight. First of all, every outboxer has one of these on their resume. Every last one of them. To where you put an outboxer against a guy that's a threat punching power wise. And the outboxer controls the guy with his jab. He doesn't take many risks. He simply jabs his way to victory. Right? I'm not making any excuses for Shakur. It was a lackluster performance. I'm just trying to figure out why are many of you mad. It's a lot of people on here, and I know for sure that most of you guys are Floyd Mayweather fans, or you were Floyd Mayweather fans. And also, a lot of you guys are current Devin Haney fans, right? And this is where I'm a little baffled, because we had fight parties. We bought the fight. You know, you cook chicken and put your special sauce on there, and you order pizza, and you invite your friends over to watch a new big screen to watch Floyd do this 2 times a year, 1 time a year. And we paid for it and we were happy. Right? This is essentially how Floyd fought in the latter half of his career. And I don't remember anyone making any of these videos. I also seen a tweet by Devin, and I know a lot of Devin fans are really hard on Shakur. And I get even more baffled because this is exactly how Devin would have fought De Los Santos. He would have jabbed him and hold him. That's how he fights. When he's fighting a guy that's a threat, a guy that throws combination, a guy with power, he jabs and he holds him. And how do I know this? He just did it to Kambosos 3 fights ago. He jabbed and held his way to an undisputed championship. So I'm baffled to how is this so bad? This is boxing. Richardson Hitchens just did this with Zepeda not too long ago. This is how this looks. You put a outboxer in with someone who he's quicker than. He has a better jab. He uses his ring IQ. He uses his lateral movement. He uses his quickness to stay out of big shots, to avoid the upset. And he jabs his way to victory. If Shakur Stevenson fought Tank Davis, this is exactly how that fight is going to look. If Devin Haney fights Tank Davis, it's going to look exactly like this, only coming from the right-hand stance. This is how they're going to fight guys who have a power advantage over them. They're not going to get in there and mix it up. Well, not a power advantage, but a guy that could potentially knock him out. Now, if Devin Haney was to fight Shakur, you're going to see a war at that point. Because I don't think either one of them can knock out the other guy with one shot. You're going to see a war between them. And with lesser opponents, you'll see a war. Regis is a bit slow. He's a lot slower than De Los Santos. He's a lot older than De Los Santos. So we may see Devin get out a little bit, punish him to the body, use some angles, and drop that right hand on him. But again, we've seen Devin jab and hold George Kambosos. And you know what many of you said? Oh, man, he won that fight with his jab. You remember that? I have very good memory when I'm paying attention. Very good memory, right? I might come in the house on the phone and set my keys down and don't know where the hell I set them. But when I'm paying attention, I have very good memory. I know Shakur has recently came out and said, hey, man, it wasn't my best performance. I don't even feel like that was necessary. He also put on Instagram, he showed Terrence Crawford controlling the fight with his jab. I remember that fight because they tried to coin Terrence Crawford as boring because he was controlling the fight with his jab. And then he also just Carlos Baldomir, which, again, we've sat around eating chicken and pizza and laughing and joking. And we watched it. And we were happy to watch it. So this is boxing. I would rather win a boring fight or an ugly fight than lose at this point. There was no need for him to take any additional risk. The risk was on De Los Santos. He went to New Jersey, pulled up Shakur Hood, said he was going to fight him, said he was going to knock him out, and he never cut out the ring. He simply stayed back and waited on the counter. And Shakur didn't play with him. He never fell in to allow De Los Santos to counter him. I don't know why a professional boxer is apologizing for winning essentially 11-1. I don't get it. I think we're just to the point to where we're just all critics and we're no longer enjoying the sport. We're just trying to one up each other with our favorite fighter performance versus the performance of the guy we don't like. Same thing with Canelo and Ryder. Canelo beats the hell out of Ryder and wins every round, and you think he lost a step. Like, I'm not getting this. Winning every round, the majority of rounds, 8-4, 9-3, 10-2, 11, these are blowouts. Shakur Stevenson doesn't have any he shouldn't feel the need to apologize. And again, many of you are Floyd fans and Devin Haney fans, and I'm telling you right now, they would have fought him the exact same way. Maybe not Pretty Boy, but Money Mayweather would have did the exact same thing, and Devin would have been jabbing and holding all night. I also want to add, when guys like Terrence Crawford was getting hit, for being too engaging, getting hit for being too aggressive, the narrative then was he doesn't have good defense. You remember that? That he gets hit too much and Errol Spencer's going to destroy him. He's going to catch him in the exchange and this person hurt him. So then the guy fights a fight to where he's more defensive, and that's also a problem. There's always a problem when you don't like a fighter.